So we're talking to Ted Zettel here at the Climate Change Charette, which is part of the lead up to the Organic Conference. I know that off. Ted, why don't you just tell me a little bit about your experience today with the Charette in terms of the process itself and then what the outcomes might be.
Well, very exciting, dynamic group of people. A lot of them representing organic agriculture, different organizations.
Right.
Many people here, young people, students here, and a very good discussion. We broke up into groups and we had questions about, what we saw as the issues,
right.
What were some of the major challenges, and then what would we see as some of the solutions. What were we able to do, and what would be our plans going forward?
Right. So what was the energy like in the room? Was it
tremendous?
Right.
Tremendously hopeful. Very good. Very enlightening and also encouraging.
So are you here for the weekend conference?
Here for the whole duration.
Okay. So how does the themes that we're talking about today, climate change and fossil fuel use and ecosystem degradation, how do they come up during the organic conference itself?
Well, there's so many different elements to this problem of the food system and of environmental sustainability in general. The food system is, a subset of the whole environmental sustainability problem.
Right.
I would say this is a good place to begin because it creates a good overview. Because the big picture problem is that we've gone to such lengths in damaging ecological systems that we're actually in danger of the whole thing starting to unravel on us. And that's the climate chaos possibility. But the other, I think, for me, even more immediate problem is our dependency on unsustainable infrastructures. Such as the energy system, the world economic system, the political system.
We're not terribly resilient at this point.
And they're all tied together. They're all tied together, and they're all built on shaky foundations.
Yeah.
So we see at the table I was at tonight, we talked about unhooking from that, creating lifeboats so that when the big ship sinks, there's some examples of how people can survive.
So talk to me about Bruce County. You're from Bruce County. It's beef country.
Yeah.
Are these themes that the kitchen tables are getting around to up there?
I don't think so. Yeah. I think that's yet to happen. I think Bruce County has tremendous potential because we have a varied landscape. We have a lot of opportunity for changing land use. I think many people in this room would agree that we need to repopulate the rural countryside. We could do that in Bruce County without taking anything away from the agricultural potential that we have already. We have some real problems with land use planning regulations that prevent that. The model has been to congregate people in the towns and cities and have only the farmers out on the land. Right. And we're going to have to get around that somehow.
So I'm going to throw a ringer at you just because of where we're from and ask you about renewable energy and the whole wind farm debate that's happening in rural areas that in urban areas they're looking forward to help them with energy supplies. But what's your spin on, pardon the expression, on the turbine situation up in the shoreline of Lake Huron?
I love them. I've always loved them, and I thought they're a great idea, and I was really sad to hear the opposition to them. I'm not sure how much of it is fabricated and how much of it is whether there are some real concerns.
Yeah, the science, the health and the science.
Yeah, there could be some real concerns with congregating so many great big large wind turbines in one small area. Again, we tend to think in mega projects. We should be diffusing those solutions widely on small scale everybody should have one, a little one on their back.
And that applies to agriculture as well. I guess,
same with agriculture.
Yeah.
But energy production, as we know, coming from the Bruce, we're the kings of mega projects up there with that one. And it's not the solution. The solutions are small-scale local solutions. The long-term sustainable solutions are not mega projects.
And someone today brought up the idea of energy supply being one of the questions, but conservation and energy efficiency, we're kind of missing the boat on that one.
For sure. If we don't change the way we live, there's no system that can supply us with the resources that we will need to live the way we're living now. We have to live much more conservatively. We have to design our homes differently. We have to design our food systems differently so that it doesn't travel so far. We have to stop traveling so far. And all of this points to the renewal of the local economies, which would be a great thing for Bruce County.
It comes back to the economy, I guess. Okay, thanks, Ted, for the time.
Hey, no problem.